Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is M.Naqshbandi from M.Naqshbandi channel. In this video, I want to share with you the tips and strategies I used for increasing my skills in reading comprehension section, which is literally the most important skill needed to practice on for the reading section of the test. So make sure you watch until the end of this video for knowing the 30 scoring tips and strategies. Subscribe to my channel, give me thumbs up and comment below any question you have regarding TOEFL test. Thoughtfully, in most of the books made for TOEFL test, reading comprehension is known to be the most important and crucial skill needed for this section. It's an essential skill that you should improve by the time, and the reason is that when you make some mistakes, for example, when you take a passage, a reading passage of the TOEFL test, you'll make mistakes in the detailed questions, negative factual information questions, paraphrase questions, insert text questions, and literally all the other questions. You may make mistakes inside of those questions, and when you go back to the passage to find why did you make that mistake, you cannot find it. Sometimes when you read a TOEFL passage, you may not be able to perceive the concept and the content of that passage or essay. The reason is that your comprehension is weak. You're in a low level of comprehension, and that causes you to make mistakes in mostly in detailed questions, negative factual questions, paraphrase questions, and also insert text questions, and literally all the questions, but mostly these ones. So if you make these mistakes, or if you cannot understand the concept of a passage or of some sentences inside of a passage, make sure you work on your comprehension, because that's very, very important. When test takers fell in this trap or face to such a problem, they just start memorizing new vocabulary or words that won't help, that literally won't help. Vocabulary only is not sufficient for increasing your comprehension skill at a TOEFL level. You should become familiar with the passages, not the words. I don't mean that you should not memorize the words or vocabulary. I'm not against that. Actually, that's the best thing you can do for comprehension. But there are other things that you should do as well if you want to have a better comprehension. So you may think that, so what should I do? What should I do to increase my comprehension? There are actually three famous and commonplace approaches that test takers use for increasing their comprehension level. The number one solution for facing this problem is to read books. Actually, the more you read, the more you get used to the academic writings, and the better your comprehension will get. Nevertheless, all its benefits, there is a problem with this solution and method. The problem is that it's time-taking. You need to read at least 10 to 15 books, and that will take you like 10 to 15 weeks at least to finish them and to get to a better comprehension. But according to our schedule, this literally takes lots of time of you. So there are better approaches that take less time but give you better results on the specific reading passages of TOEFL test. The number two method, which is an alternative approach for our number one method, is reading articles. You could actually find thousands and thousands of articles and finish every one of them in one day. And instead of reading 100 pages of books, or hundreds of actually pages of books for 1 week or 2 weeks of time, you will just read 3 pages and take the same gist, however with a more academic writing. This method is way more beneficial than our first and number one method. Why? Because you will read about like variety of topics inside of those articles. They're less time taking, they're more academic, and they're more like our real TOEFL passages. They favor more of those passages, so this is literally a better choice. So you may ask yourself, so how can I find these articles, this much of articles for free. There are lots of websites you can download these articles from them, or magazines from them, like New York Times, like Scientific American. My most favorite ones are these. So there are ebook3000.biz, libgen.is, and TUTOR, three very famous sites that have magazines inside of them. You can download them and just read those articles inside of them. Just read them every day, one article, and that will help you a lot in increasing your comprehension skills. However, reading articles is a great choice. It's not the best one. Our number 3 approach is different from reading articles on websites or on magazines. There are actually about 70 free TOEFL tests that times 3 becomes 210 passages of TOEFL that are free and official on the internet, and you can find them very easily. I put a link in the description below. You can download them, you can go through them. So when ETS itself gives you 210 articles, 210 essays that are completely like the real TOEFL test, and there are questions from them that you can solve, and there are answer explanations from them, why should you go and read books or download articles from those sites? There is the best articles for you. They are provided for free. You can download them, you can solve them. They are literally like the real TOEFL test. They feign the most of the test. By reading those articles from those sites, you'll just get a near to TOEFL articles or essays and passages, plus the words that are used in academic areas, plus articles in variety of topics. However, if you read the real TOEFL passages, you'll get variety of topics, you'll get the nearest words and the words that are used in TOEFL passages at most, because TOEFL is a standardized test, and every test, if you check the passages at all, every test they use the same words, the same amount of and type of words that they used in their past passages. Plus, they're less time taking. Definitely, it will take less time to read about 700 words than to read about 3,000 to 6,000 words, which the articles are literally are. And the last thing is that it feigns the best of the official reading passages. At the end of this video, I want to give you a trick that I used and increased my reading comprehension in 10 days. In 10 days, choose 10 reading passages out of those 210. Make sure you choose the latest ones because they are better. I will put a 54 passages of TOEFL test PDF in the description below. Make sure you join to my channel, Telegram channel, and I'll put that in there. In those 10 days, choose 10 passages, and every single day for 1 hour, go through the passage, read the passage at the first to know what is the concept of the passage. Then go through each paragraph and read each one of them for 2 times. And each time take out new words, the words that you do not know, and they are mostly seen in the TOEFL test. You'll find them, that's easy. And after doing that again, for 2 times read it completely. It means that you should read the whole TOEFL passage for 5 times. 1 time full, 2 times each paragraph, and 2 times the whole passage again. This will help you to detect the minor and the major points. When you go through the questions, you'll find that, yeah, this part of the passage is the major point. Why? Because the question has asked from this part of the passage. And you will learn that every time when you go through a passage, you will know that where to find the major points. Why? Because TOEFL is standardized, and every time the format is the same, just the wordings are different. Every single video I'm telling this and I'm repeating this because this is the most important fact about the TOEFL test. So make sure you do this for 10 days, and after 10 passages, you'll get familiar to the words, to the format of the passage, and you'll increase your reading comprehension skill very well. I tried this, my friends tried this, so this is literally resulting, and make sure you go through this. Thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not. Turn on the notification bell so that when I put a new video, you get notified. Give me a thumbs up and comment below any question you have regarding TOEFL test. Join to my Telegram channel because there will be lots of very important free resources put in that channel. I'll start that by the time that this video is published. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me thumbs up.